Alright guys, so today we have a very fun video. That's what we're doing, right? Yes, this is a video. So what's up, lovelies? It's your girl RJ. Welcome back to my channel. As always, if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now, if you have been here before and you have not yet smashed that red subscribe button, I'm going to need you to do it now. Also, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. So I have a new tripod, so I am messing around a little bit with the angles today. I feel like I'm looking really high up right now, so it may adjust as the video goes along. So if you see it suddenly look different, that is why. Alright guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at the Tattoo Junkee lip kits. The lovely ladies over there sent me a ton of them in a few different styles. So we are going to do some lip swatches as well as some arm swatches. There are 3 different styles it looks like. We have velvet, sparkle, and also chroma. Now, if you're not familiar with Tattoo Junkee, the way it works is it's basically a 2-step process. Step 1 is you can put on the lip paint, and then step 2 is that you put on the lip effect. Now, you can wear them by themselves without the lip effect, and I believe you can wear the lip effect separately, so we may try that as well. But I'm going to swatch a couple from each one of the collections that I have just to see how they look on. Then I'll leave one on for the rest of the day, do a couple check-ins so we can see how they wear, and then the rest of the colors that I have, I'm just going to do some swatches on my arm. So in the end, we're going to try these out and see if they are rad or if they are just ratchet. Alright guys, so it looks like there's actually 2 different packaging styles. I don't think there's any difference. I have opened them up. Inside these, there's still just the tube of lip paint and then the little pot of the lip effect. It looks like you get 0.11 ounces for the lip paint and 3.3 milliliters for the lip effect. So I've already opened a few of these sets so that we can do the swatches. Again, we're going to do the chroma, the sparkle, and then the velvet. No particular order, but I do have 2 of each, and I think I have like a light color and a dark color of each one, so we can get a better feel for how they go on, how they look, the application and all of that jazz. Now, I did see someone that was applying these with a brush, the lip effect. I'm just going to dab my finger in and pop it on my lips. So I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, and hopefully I won't dip my head down too much when I'm doing the application. I tend to do that and fall out of frame, so if I do that, I apologize. First up is going to be the chroma. This is in the shade Skinny Dip. Really pretty color, and then the effect that goes on top is right here. So we've got that. So let's go ahead, and I do know you're supposed to shake these first, so we'll shake it up. I also forgot I put on some like lip primer stuff, so let's go ahead and wipe that off. All right, now my lips are plain. Let's take a look at the applicator. So looks like just a normal doe foot applicator. Be easy to use, and I believe I'm in frame, so let's go ahead. All right, so that went on super easy. That was just 1 dip into the tube. Let me see if it says how long it should take to dry. So it doesn't list how long it takes to dry, but I do want to read the claims off of the back of the box because it does say it's smudge proof and it dries matte. And directions for use is to start with a clean, dry lip, shake the tube of lip paint well. Using the wand inside the cap, apply to the lips. It says the lip paint is stay all day, smudge proof formula. It says allow it to dry, then dab your finger into the effect and apply it to your lips for a purely prismatic pout. And then it says to remove, simply use your favorite makeup remover. So, all right. Thanks, Minnie. So it looks to be dry. Don't see any transfer. So let's go ahead and open up our lip effect pot. It's just a little screw lid there's the product inside. It looks like there is like a little, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a little plastic cover. I should have brought some tweezers to pull that out. All right, to lightly tap my finger in. I've got some product on my finger. I don't know exactly how much you need, so I'd rather start with a light hand than a heavy hand. And now I'm just going to dab it on my lips. I'm just going to kind of rub it across. Oh wow, that is a dramatic change. I hope you guys can see it because it looks really good in the mirror, but I don't know how it picks up on camera. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit more to get an even better look at the effect. It's too much sparkle, my camera can't focus. Alright, and I realized I didn't zoom you in when it was just the plain color. I will remember to do that on the next one. So that is really fun. I mean, the color by itself was pretty, and then when you add this effect, it's really a cool way to go from being at work at the office and then heading out for some drinks with your girlfriends or, you know, a date, just to add something a little extra. So I really like this so far. Feels very comfortable on my mouth. When we do the wear test for one longer, I want to see how the effect lasts, because again, we are just patting this onto dry lips, so I don't know how well it adheres, how well it's going to stay on, like if we eat or drink. But yeah, that's the first one, and again, this is Skinny Dip, and it is the Chroma effect. All right, so next up, we're going to go to a little dark. This is Grunge. It is a blue shade, same applicator, so let's go for it. All right, so again, that was just one dip into the bottle. I also want to mention that these go on really easy, and they have a really good smell. It's like that vanilla cupcakey smell. I did notice it was stronger in the lighter colored one that I put on than in this Grunge shade, but it is there, just it's more faint in this color than it was on the first one. Here is the effect for this one. All right, so we're all dry, so let's go ahead and dip our finger into this one. The first time I kind of patted it on, but the top I kind of wiped it, so I'm gonna go with that because it seemed like I had a little bit more control over where it was going when I wiped it on. Okay, so I purposely did something this time. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and show you. Okay, so when I went in the second time, I did a little lighter, a little less on this side, but then a little heavier on this side. So as you can see, you can control kind of the effect by how much of the product you add. So I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out, add a little bit more on the other side. So this one is a pretty dramatic effect. I think when it was a little lighter, I liked it a little bit more, but it's all just going to be personal preference. Still a really pretty color, just as comfortable on my lips as the first one, and really easy to apply and add the effect. So also, these aren't too difficult to take off. I mean, even though I haven't left it on my lips for a long amount of time, they're coming off pretty easily with the makeup wipe. Not a lot of scrubbing is required. So now we're going to move on to the sparkle. First shade that we are going to use is called Summer Love. All right, so this is the third one I've applied. It's the first time I've had to dip in for a second coat. It also seems to dry a little faster than the other ones and is a bit more streaky than the other two I used. Okay, so trying to smooth out the streakiness is just making it worse. So I'm just going to stop there, go ahead and let this dry and apply the effect and see how it looks. All right, so I don't know if you can see on this one, but it is definitely really streaky and patchy, but I'm still just going to put the effect over it. Container of sparkles here. And while it's cute, it's definitely not masking the look of the lip. So this one, not liking near as much. Also, this one felt like it dried a little differently. Like I said, it was drying quickly as I was putting it on. So this is the shade Summer Love. Not so much a fan of this one. So another thing I was just thinking about as I'm starting to pull these out and set them down is that I was looking, I was like, oh no, what effect goes with which one? So The next one I have here is Whatever, and it's a sparkle, but I looked on the bottom and it actually says Whatever. So I was like, oh, perfect, that tells me they go together. But then when I picked up these two, they were not marked on the bottom. That could be problematic, although I really feel like some of these you could probably mix and match. I mean, obviously, you know, some looks are gonna look better than others. So next up is Whatever. This is another sparkle shade, a deep color. Okay, so this one was a little streaky at first, but because it didn't dry as quickly as the pink one did, I was able to go in and kind of smooth it out and get a nice look. So no problems with this one. And now we have the sparkle color for on top. All right, I'm going to lightly tap my finger in. Got some there. Guess you can't see it unless I go like that. And so this is before, nice deep like plum shade. And now let's add the sparkle effect. And it really just adds a little something extra. It just takes it from like, okay, to like, wow, when you do that lip effect. And let's just grab a little bit more and put on. See what happens. Okay, so I did a second layer, even more sparkle. It really brings out kind of that inner color as well when you put the sparkle on. So I really like that. Okay, so I think that one stained my lips just a little bit, or it's just the buildup of the last four colors. But the last effect we're going to do is the Velvet. And since I want to wear one of these the rest of the day, I'm going to start with the darker color, which is Dazed. It is another blue shade. So this one, the topper that goes on is like a white effect. Again, these are the Velvets. This one isn't quite as smooth, I guess, as the other ones. It was a little powdery. I don't know if you can see that. See on my finger. And let's go ahead and apply this one. I think I got too much on my finger. So there it is at the bottom. And then the top doesn't have any on it right now. It's kind of a similar effect to the blue we did the first time. I have way too much on my fingers. I'm wiping it everywhere. So yeah, it does look like a similar effect. The tone, I think, is slightly different. Just the overall feel of it is very similar, I think, to the first one. So there's that one. Ooh, my lips is burning. The final shade that we're gonna put on, the one that I'm gonna leave on for the rest of the day, is Minx. It is kind of a taupey nude color, and this is also a velvet. Here is the effect right here. So let's shake this one. All right, so that one went on nice and easy as well. No streaking with the lighter color, and we'll just wait for that to dry down a little bit, and then I will apply the effect. All right, so here is the lip effect for this one. Definitely think it's going to bronze it and darken this look up quite a bit. And let's apply the effect. Yeah, that one definitely transformed. It's like a completely different shade now. But I like it. All right, so that was 6 shades on my lips. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open all of these up and do the rest of the swatches on my arm. Past curfew. Pucker up. Miss Popular. Riot. Outcast. Bubblegum. Cheeky. I'm going to give it just another second to dry, and then we're going to apply the lip effect on each one of those. Alright, sorry that the last two were kind of messy. They just didn't want to dry as quickly as all the rest, so I had to go in a little lighter. And so you can see the effects on each one of the swatches and how it changes it and really just makes it a brand new color. They all swatched really well. I think all the colors look great on their own. I think they just become even more amazing when you add the lip effect. So when I was getting ready to do my swatches, I actually realized I had duplicates of 4 of the colors. So you know what that means, giveaway. So if you would like to get Cheeky, Pucker Up, Skinny Dip, or Barely Legal, they are all going to be available. I will pick 2 lucky winners this time next week to get 2 of those. Just leave me a comment down below letting me know that you would like to win, and I will just randomly grab a couple names out of the hat to get those. I'm going to leave this color on for the rest of the day. Right now it is 3:42 in the, does that work? Show? There we go. 3:42 in the afternoon. So I probably won't be wearing this, but maybe 3 or 4 hours. I do want to see how the lip effect holds up, and if that starts to go away, do you then start to lose some of the lip paint as well? So I will check in at least one more time before the end of the night and let you know how that is. Alright guys, so my battery is about to die, but I wanted to check in super fast. So it is 6:09 and I just finished eating, and so this does not survive like food. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of the lip paint at the top, a little bit at the bottom, but it's definitely worn out in the center. So I'm not really sure about reapplying because I put the lip effect over, and you can still see some of that there. So I'm going to bring you out just a little bit. So I'm not sure if I can just put it on top of this, if I have to wipe it off. I'm just going to reapply it just on top of what we have. So it's covering right up over the lip effect. Alright guys, so last check-in of the night. So my previous one didn't go quite as expected because my battery died. What I was talking about is how after I had ate, a lot of it had worn off, but I still had some of the lip effect kind of at the top. Rather than to try to wipe it all off and start over, I just went back on top of it to see how it worked. It actually worked fine. It covered up the effect. It actually went on really thick and didn't peek through. So if you were out and have that happen and only have the lip paint with you, you can easily put that back on top and go for the rest of the day, which is what I did. I didn't put the effect back on my lips. Now I was outside with my dog, so I'm like super oily and sweaty, but we won't worry about the rest of my makeup that I've probably wiped off at this point. We're just going to talk about my lips. So it's currently like 10:15. I'm going to zoom you guys in. Focus. There we go. So you can see that there's been a little bit more of a wear down since the last coat. I think I've just been drinking some water, haven't really been eating. So, but it's still there. I mean, I definitely still look like I have lipstick on. I think it looks fine. My lips feel fine. So overall, when it comes to the Tattoo Junkee lip paint and effects, this item is definitely rad. So yeah, I definitely think these are an awesome product. I know that you can purchase them currently at least Ulta and Walgreens. I've seen that both of those mentioned on their Instagram. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below because again, I am going to be giving 2 people 2 of these. That is it for this time. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. I, of course, love making them. And until next time, bye guys!